Hey everyone, today we are back at EPCOT and today is opening day of the Flower and Garden Festival. It is the 30th anniversary this year, and this year there is tons of topiaries, food booths, and festivities happening here. So with that being said, let's go ahead and have a great day adventure. We're going to go ahead and actually go with our first must-do. And that's something I highly recommend for anyone who is visiting EPCOT during a festival, and that is getting a festival passport. Now, a festival passport gives you all the information you need before heading into EPCOT and exploring the festival, where there's tons of information from topiary, gardens, food and beverages, and more. First, we can see the Moana 2 topiary out front of Spaceship Earth. Where here we can see Hey, Pua, Moana, and Maui. Wow, I feel like this is one of my favorites already, and we only just begun. Now, every festival has their own scavenger hunt, and this festival has two actually. Now, first there's Spike's Pollination Exploration, where gardeners of all ages can follow Spike on his pollination trail, where he will be busy collecting nectar and pollinating gardens at EPCOT. If you want to know the prize, it's actually a water container where you can choose one of the 4 containers, and that's so cool to see. Then there's also the Extravaganza Scavenger Hunt throughout World Showcase. This is a colorful Easter egg hunt inspired by Disney characters, where it's only for a limited time and on select days when Easter's around, as both of them are going to be $10 per scavenger hunt. As for topiary number 2, there is a Figment topiary in the middle of World Celebration. Here at Communicore Hall, there's actually farmers' feasts inside, where they actually have 3 menus over the festival. And there's first the early blue menu with the grilled asparagus, scallop, and blueberry crumble cake from March 5th through April 5th. From April 6th to May 3rd, there is the springtime menu with food items like grilled peaches and burrata, seared pork tenderloin, and a warm corn cookie. And last but not least, from May 4th through June 2nd, there's a summer solstice menu with the heirloom tomatoes and fresh mozzarella, grilled beef strip loin, and a peach cobbler, which is something I'm really interested in trying. So I think right now we're going to go ahead and see what's inside Communicore Hall. You can see some banners all in here with 30th anniversary, and then you can even see the Farmer's Feast kitchen right here. It's not quite open as it's 10 a.m., but I think over here, in the middle there is Spike the Bee, where he's just flying around and buzzing around. All around we can see all sorts of flowers and decorations where it's all themed for Flower and Garden. There's also the floating gardens where they're a magical mainstay at the festival. Oh, look at that! There's even a skeleton of Mickey topiary. There's also the hanging baskets, where they're also another festival fan favorite. Here, there's also the 2025 Almanac. There's also some information on the history of the festival, as we can learn how it originally ran for 38 days. It featured topiaries, gardening, education, and a few special exhibits. And now there is 24 gardens and 70 different character topiaries created by the horticulture team. And right beside it, there's also information on the birdhouses, where these birds tend to fly from Brazil to Orlando every year in January, where they arrive at Walt Disney World, and they are purple martins, where they're actually at World Discovery, and usually they touch down in February as they start nesting, and then late arrivals wrap up in June or July. On top of that, you can even learn more about the flower towers, where these are bases where they start a series of trays from the largest to the small. There's even more flowers at the end of Communicore Hall, and there's also some fruit topiaries right here, where There is an apple topiary, a grape topiary, and even a strawberry topiary. And this all looks so cool. Plus, you can even see models for all the topiaries from Bo Peep, Elsa and Anna, Phineas and Ferb, and even Figment himself. And last but not least, there's also some flowers like the Vanda orchid, the Dendrobium orchid, and so much more on here. Now, here at Community Core Plaza, there's actually Florida Fresh with conch fritters, cupinito, and a Florida strawberry shortcake, along with some other beverages as well. There's only one topiary here in World Nature, and that's near the land with the Disney Wish topiary, as there is Asha, Valentino, and Star. There's even 3 butterflies nearby the butterfly landing. And speaking about that, I think it's now time we head inside Butterfly Landing, because this is where you can actually encounter all sorts of butterflies and learn more about them. You can even learn more about the Butterfly House, where it is a place with 2 types of plants you might find at the Butterfly House, as there's host plants and nectar plants, where before they turn into butterflies, caterpillars need host plants for their food. And once their metamorphosis is complete, butterflies get their energy from drinking nectar. So there's actually 4 stages in the metamorphosis, where there's the egg, larva, chrysalis, and adult, where while monarchs complete their cycle of metamorphosis in around a month, some will take 2 years or more, as monarch butterflies develop from an egg to an adult in about 30 days. We can see many more plants alongside, and unlike last year, whereas in a path, this is pretty much a place where you can walk all around. You can even find swallowtail butterflies and more in here, where, oh my goodness, so many butterflies. Now, if you want to know more about the butterflies, there's the monarch, the mullet cheats, common buckeye, and zebra longwing here. As for other topiaries, there is a Toy Story topiary with Woody and Bo Peep, along with her sheep as well. Right beside Community Hall and Plaza, there is the Lion King topiary with Simba and his friends. There's even Inside Out 2 Motion Garden. For example, we can see some plants like the Joyous plants, where they are the happiest mood, as Joy's favorite plants are sunny and sure to make you smile. There's also a Phineas and Ferb topiary right nearby Community Hall and Plaza, where Phineas is holding a flower which has actually changed since the last time I saw Phineas. Now, nearby the bridge to World Showcase, there is actually Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, and Chip and Dale, all having a spring picnic right here. Before we head back over to all the other topiaries and food booths, there is the Blossoms of Fragrance at the bridge between World Celebration and World Showcase, where here you follow your nose through this scented garden and cherish lasting memories with unforgettable fragrances by Scentsy. There is 5 fragrances, where we can see the Garden Fresh Gardenia, there's the Serene Succulent, along with the Hibiscus Sunset. There's also a Glorious Grapefruit, where it has a tart and juicy smell with a hint of sweetness. A Honeysuckle Dew, where it's jasmine petals, dewy greens, where it's a sweet, refreshing fragrance. And lastly, there is the Hydrangea Bouquet, where it's a fruity, floral, and balmy scent here. There's many more topiaries here. And before we head over to the Encanto topiary, we first need to head over to check out the other food booths right over there. Now nearby there is the Beach Grub booth with seafood bake, grilled street corn on a cob, and a s'mores bar. Here at Yacht Grub, there is a trio of dips and chips, meat assorti, and assorted artisanal cheeses and accompaniments, along with some beverages with alcohol like the Elderflower Sparkling Cocktail, a lemon sparkling cocktail, an orange sparkling cocktail, and a sparkling cocktail flight. And before we head over to the Honey Bistro Garden, there is a Goofy topiary where Goofy is just blowing some dandelions here. As we can see, some larger versions of dandelions right here on top of the flowers. On top of that, there's the Honey Bistro, where here there is the chicken waffles, the honey glazed cauliflower, honey peach cobbler freeze, and more. Now, special for Swirled Showcase, there is a lemon sorbet in a waffle cone and a liquid nitro honey mascarpone cheesecake here. There's also Pineapple Promenade, where there is a spicy hot dog, Dole Whip pineapple, frozen desert violet lemonade, and pineapple floats. Now here in World Showcase, there is the Encanto topiary with the family Madrigal here. It's all so cool, look at that. Now here there is actually Bambi and his friends nearby Canada, where these three topiaries are alongside the World Showcase Lagoon, where we can see Bambi, Thumper, and Flower here. Now, once we're in World Showcase, there is Northern Bloom here in Canada with seared scallops, beef tenderloin tips, and a chocolate maple whiskey cake, along with some alcoholic beverages as well. And before we head on out of here in Canada, there is some topiary geese flying around. Once we're inside of the United Kingdom, there is Peter Pan and Captain Hook, along with TikTok Croc, as these three topiaries are nearby the lagoon. There's even Shakespeare Garden, where there's a ton of plants right along here. Nearby there's also Winnie the Pooh topiary with Winnie the Pooh, rabbits, Tigger, Eeyore, and Piglet all here. There's also another topiary with Tinkerbell, and we can even see the entire village right here. Looks so cool to see, especially lit up as well. There's even a topiary heritage garden where you can see some other topiaries, like one with Mickey and more all around, as we can even see one of an elephant and a swan. And for example, this is a shrub topiary where a single shrub topiary can take up to 10 years to produce right here, where it's sculpted around a metal frame where gardeners need to constantly clip, shear, and tie the plant in order to create their shapes here. Now, once we're here in France, there's Fleur de Lis with the croissant with goat cheese, herbs, and roasted garlic. Pulled duck confit with rosemary sauce and herbs, provincial style ganaches, warm chocolate hazelnut cake, and a caramelized beignet filled with vanilla cream and glazed with caramel fleur de sel. There's even topiaries of Beauty and Beast characters like Lumiere, Cogsworth, and Belle and the Beast. In between France and Morocco, there is La Isla Fresca with the Jamaican jerk chicken, a seafood ceviche, and a coconut chocolate flancocho, along with the citrus slushy as well. Nearby the outdoor kitchen, there is also a Muppets topiary with Kermit Frog and Miss Piggy. There's also the Shishi Odoshi garden, where here you can actually see all sorts of instruments flow with water, where these instruments are actually creating music as we speak. More importantly, there is a topiary dragon, and just across from the gardens, there is another outdoor kitchen. Here in Nami, there is a fushi steam bun, ramen cup, takoyaki, and a Kyoto boba, along with some alcoholic beverages as well. And before we head over into America, there is the bonsai garden, where we can see all these plants right here. Even then, since the 6th century, there's a variety of bonsai forms that have reflected living concepts of balance, simplicity, and harmony, while representing the phases of a journey through time. Here at the funnel cakes booth, there is a peaches and cream funnel cake where for $12 it is a funnel cake with powdered sugar, vanilla ice cream, peaches, whipped cream, cobbler crumble, and a cinnamon bourbon caramel sauce. There's also a Tiana topiary nearby our next outdoor kitchen, which is Magnolia Terrace. There's the traditional muffaletta, spicy chicken gumbo, grilled Gulf oysters, and the Bananas Foster's bread pudding, along with some cocktails, ales, and lagers. Now we're going to go ahead and try the Banana Foster's bread pudding, and I will say, in the past years, this is actually really good. So I wonder how this year's will be. Let's go ahead and try to get all the bananas here. The sauce is very sweet, the bread is well cooked, and the bananas are an excellent addition to this, as this is an amazing dessert if you're ever coming here for a snack, and if you want something on the sweeter side. I'll definitely get this one, and I'll definitely get this again. Now for the festival, there is actually a Garden Rocks concert series where there is a bunch of players coming to Epcot here at the American Gardens Theater, such as Rick Springfield, 38 Special, Sugar Ray, Simple Plan, Element, 98 Degrees, Plain White Tees, Outlaws, Spinners, the Cat Empire, and Weed Kingdom, along with so many more players coming. And it is definitely going to be interesting to see some of them as well this year. Now here in Italy, there's the Primavera Kitchen with the Insalata Arlecchino, Primavera Cacio Pepe e Gamberi, and a chocolate dirt cannoli, as well as an Italian mineral water. And before we head on out of Italy, there's a Lady in a Tramp topiary in the middle of Italy as well. I love to point this out every time I'm here in Germany and whenever there's a festival, but whenever you see a festival like the Flower and Garden Festival here at the model train station, there is actually miniature flags inside of the community, and it's so cool to see. Plus, if there's actually trains running, which it doesn't look like they're running any at the moment, then usually there's actually a train where it's themed to the Flower and Garden Festival or any of the festivals happening during then. Nearby there is a topiary of both Snow White and her 7 dwarfs. As for the outdoor kitchen in Germany, there is the Bauernmarkt, Farmer's Market. Here there's potato pancakes, one with house-made applesauce and one with ham and onion. There's even a toasted pretzel bread topped with Black Forest ham and melted cheese, along with some warm cheese strudel with berry compotes and other beverages as well. In Africa, before we head over to China, there is the refreshment outpost. Here, there is a Jamaican beef patty and the seasonal fruit parfait with sweet chili sauce and Dole Whip mango. And speaking of China, we are now here in China, where there is 3 pandas eating bamboo. And right beside it, there is a bamboo garden as well, where we can see some bamboo growing, as they can be found in a variety of colors, patterns, and sizes. In China, there is the Lan Yen booth, where there is house-made cheesy crab wontons, satay beef bio bun, and a pan-fried vegetable dumplings. So, if you don't know, right now it is actually raining here at Epcot, and it's very windy too. But now, I think it's now time we head into Norway, because Norway has 3 topiaries. There is the Anna and Elsa topiary nearby Akershus. There's also some snowflake topiaries around, and there's even the troll topiary nearby the Anna and Elsa meet and greet as well. Now, when it comes to Mexico, this is going to be the last country in World Showcase, and there's actually another garden with tropical rainforest. Here, you can actually explore this area where you learn about tropical rainforests, where hot and humid climates can create highly adaptive plant species. In rainforest, trees search for sunlight, shading the dark forest floor below. Meanwhile, extraordinary orchids extend their roots to absorb water while attracting pollinators with their intricate petals. The whole area is very colorful, and It is located at the wheelchair ramp back here as soon as you're entering and exiting from the pyramid, so definitely interesting seeing this. And nearby Mexico, there's also a Coco Topiary with Miguel and Dante, and it's so cool to see these two. Across from the Topiary, there is Jardín de Fiestas, an outdoor kitchen with taco de camarón, a giant tostada de carne, and a choco flan, along with other alcoholic beverages, including an elderflower cucumber margarita. Last but not least, for the World Showcase Outdoor Kitchens, there is Trowel and Trellis. Here they have a soy glazed pork sticky ribs, farmhouse meatball, and a chocolate mousse terrarium. And then there's also tropical punch and more alcoholic beverages as well. Now it's starting to rain again, so I thought we would head inside the Citrus Blossom at the Odyssey. Inside they have an orange sesame tempura shrimp, citrus baked brie, lumpia, and lemon tart, along with the orange lemon smoothie, as well as some other alcoholic beverages. And maybe we can get something in here. Not quite sure, but either way, regardless, let's head inside. And now we are inside of the Orange Blossom in here. It is very well decorated. There is a sign saying greetings from Flower and Garden Festival, and there's a ton of food options. Or here, I got myself the shrimp, and I thought we'd go ahead and dig in. And we have our sauce right here. Let's dip this in first. Oh wait, is this? No. Wrong way. Alright, now let's dip in and give it a taste. Alright, I'm not a big fan of the sauce, but I am a big fan of these shrimp. The shrimp is really good. It has that kick to it, as it's very savory and crunchy at the same time, where I'll definitely get this again, especially if I'm looking for a seafood snack. Now, we have only one more outdoor kitchen before we head on out of here, but I did want to mention one more thing before you do head over to EPCOT, and that's that Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company has some special drinks. Now, in World Showcase nearby Disney Traders, there is an ice white chocolate mango latte. In World Showcase nearby Canada, there is an ice strawberry island latte. And nearby American Venture, there is an ice berries and cream latte. And then nearby the Joffrey's Coffee, nearby Mission Space, there's an ice pistachio banana breeze latte, as well as all four of these places has their specialty drink, as you can only get each of the drinks there. Right now, though, we're going to go ahead and head over to EPCOT as our last outdoor kitchen for today. Here there is an avocado toast, shrimp and grits, biscuit and gravy, and fried cinnamon roll bites, along with the fruit cereal shake. And we now have the fried cinnamon roll bites. Look at this. This looks amazing. I cannot wait to dig into this one, since this is one of my fan favorites from last year. It tastes so much like a cinnamon roll that if you love cinnamon rolls, it's definitely something you will want to get. It's very sweet. The cream cheese on it is a great addition, along with the bacon as well. It is both sweet and delicious, as it is something I will probably get always. As for the topiaries in World Discovery, there is going to be a Groot topiary across from Test Track, where we can see Groot holding the Greenhouse Mix Volume 1. You also have the community garden right here, where we can see all sorts of plants like the wallflower, thyme, lettuce, Swiss chard, and more. Where right here there's even a Donald topiary and Huey, Dewey, and Louie topiary across from Connections Eatery, where it looks like they're helping Uncle Donald. And it looks like Donald also has a bee as well. Really cool to see all this. And last but not least, there is a Buzz Lightyear topiary in front of Mission Space. And as always, all of these topiaries are so amazing to see, as always. And that is going to be a wrap on our adventure here at EPCOT. I had such an amazing day here, and I feel like when it comes to the Flower and Garden Festival this year, it is amazing to see, because with all the topiaries and gardens. They're so cool to see. Plus there's all the food booths, and all the food items I did get a chance to try were amazing. It is definitely worth visiting this time of year. And I think with that being said, that's going to be a wrap for today, adventurers. Let me know in the comments down below, what's your thoughts on the Flower and Garden Festival? If you want to help support the channel, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and follow for more. Till next time, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.